What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new StarCraft 2 video. This one is featuring two of the best Protoss players on the planet. Spawning here in the top right hand corner of Cerulean Fall LE, playing with the blue Protoss pieces. He's currently down in this series, but certainly not out just yet. His name is SOS. And his opponent spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, playing with the red Protoss pieces. He's currently up on match point, wants to finish this series up right here and right now and go to the grand finals. His name is Stats. So guys and girls, this game and series in particular was played at Blizzcon and is the semifinals in that tournament. So of course, if you win this series, you're going to be going on to the grand finals, which is the global finals at BlizzCon, the biggest event in StarCraft 2 each year. And I gotta say, these are two incredible Protoss players. As I've said, you know, the PvP matchup is a very interesting one to watch. It's like a massive chess match, and you know, you're just trying to kind of figure out what that opponent's doing. But it just all comes down to the micro of both your opponents. Who's got the better micro? Or if you're going to cheese your opponent, you know, when are the best times to maybe throw your opponent off, and what would those build orders be to throw your opponent off? But nonetheless, everyone, SOS, who is currently down 0 games to 2, if you're SOS, what would you do in this situation? Would you play the standard game, or would you go for a little bit of some cheese once again to, you know, maybe try to throw your opponent off? The question is, though, is you're going up against Stats, and this guy is very hard to cheese as far as, you know, just getting, honestly, he's one of those players that it's so hard to cheese him, to say the least. I mean, it's just, he's so good at picking up on any types of cheese. Now, here's an interesting move. I like this one a lot. We are going to get a Stargate out of SOS, so a little bit of a change up of build orders by SOS. Now, Stats decides to get his Stargate as well, which neither of these players have gotten Stargates in this series so far. So they obviously see kind of what each other is doing, and you know, you kind of counter or, you know, do things a little bit differently based on what you think is going to be best for you as a whole in this matchup. Gotta say, though, it is a massive chess match when it comes to Protoss versus Protoss. It is a difficult matchup, to say the least, but that's why I think we all love it. So it does look like an Oracle is going to be coming out of SOS, out of his Stargate, and it looks like Stats has gone ahead, gotten his natural expansion, or natural nexus started. That being said, though, I'm wondering, it looks like we're going to be getting a Phoenix out of Stats. So I like that, you know, decision quite a bit to go ahead and get the Phoenix out. Now, I would love to start seeing a lot of Phoenixes come out, because Phoenixes in massive numbers can do significant amounts of damage to your mineral line. It can be very, very scary. So it does look like SOS is going to try to get the cancel on this natural expansion here. He is trying to get as much information as he possibly can at this point. Does look like there are going to be a couple of Phoenixes coming out. Going to go ahead and get at least one of those Adepts out. Now, there's another Phoenix that is out here, and those Phoenixes do decide to shade away. And just as all this is happening, we do have SOS getting his natural nexus, but also the Twilight Council. So, as we move into close to the 5-minute mark in this game, I've got to say, you know, both players, they're kind of just feeling each other out here in this, you know, and of course, a very important game here. between these two. This is match point for Stats, and SOS has to be very careful how he approaches this game, simply because, one wrong move and you could be done, and then done for the rest of the tournament. Stats wants to finish this thing up right here and right now, though, obviously, just because, I mean, why wouldn't you want to, finish your opponent off and move on to the grand finals as quickly as possible. So, nonetheless, both players are starting to get some Phoenixes out, and I like that a lot. I mean, the Phoenix play can be really, really powerful. I mean, you look at people like Showtime, who I think are, Showtime is the best currently playing with the Phoenixes. But you got these other guys, SOS, Stats are very good at using the Phoenixes. They can tear up your mineral line, as I said, in a matter of no time. So here we go. Both players are kind of, just kind of getting a feel to see what each other's doing. Stats is going to go ahead and get that robotics facility out. Blink is being researched right now. Now, the Dark Shrine with SOS, I love that decision a lot. We're going to get a couple of those Dark Templar out. And just like that, it does look like a few of those Adepts got caught on the map here by Stats. Very well done. Now, these Dark Templar are going to start moving across the map here. And they're already starting to get some kills here on some of these probes. Beautifully done here by SOS. Getting so much value here. This was totally, he was completely caught off guard here. As we can see here, completely caught off guard with the Dark Templars being, being added on here. Does look like he's going to go into that main base location. Observer is now out. And just like that, the Dark Templar is taken out. Another Dark Templar is taken down. But it was a really, that's lost mining time for Stats. That's a lot of different things. And as this is all happening, Stats is still able to build a bigger and bigger force. Blink is just finishing up now for him. So he's going to have a decent-sized army. He's going to catch a couple of these units off guard here. And luckily for Stats, he does not lose too much as of yet. But you got to be very careful when you're moving into enemy territory. Here we go. There are going to be some pickups here. And it looks like SOS is trying to jump on this army right here and right now. There's still a lot of Phoenixes, though, here for Stats. And beautiful play here, forcing his opponent back. Absolutely brilliant play here by Stats so far. Just taking a substantial lead there in the supply count. Beautifully done at this point. Those Phoenixes are giving him a lot of value here as well. And it does look like, at least at this point, Stats is going to have to move back to his, second, or into his natural base. Start continuously building up a bigger and bigger force. And SOS is going to have to, figure something out here very quickly, because he is starting to get behind in that supply count, which is starting to become a little bit concerning here for SOS. He's got a decent amount of Stalkers, but that's pretty much all he's got. There is going to be, of course, a couple other units here. GG is called, and Stats takes this series 3 games to nothing. And you guys might think that SOS may have GG'd out a little bit too early, but if you look at the supply counts, Stats was taking a substantial lead, was winning pretty much all of those, engagements, and was slowly but surely going to win the match. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Stats and SOS, and if you did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe for new, stay positive, and as always, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.